Early on in the story, there's a thing that happens called the flood, okay? And Lamech is one of the grandsons of Adam and Eve, okay? So Lamech marries not one woman.
Not two.
What? Wait a minute, that's weird. He married two women, so he's already messing up. This is the first time in the Bible where somebody marries two women, okay? One named Ada and the other named Zillah. Lamech said to his wives, Ada and Zillah, listen to me. Wives of Lamech, hear my words. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for injuring me. If Cain is avenged 7 times, I'm avenged 77 times. So, right after this story is this story. So guess what's happening because of sin? Everybody thinks that they can start killing people if they hurt them. So somebody hurt Lamech. Remember, see, it says he injured or wounded him. So Lamech said, well, I'm killing you because that's what Cain did. So I'm going to do the same thing too. Things are not going well, are they? All of a sudden, humans who God created to be really good are what? They're like hurting each other. This is not good. So now listen. In Genesis chapter 6, God says this. The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become. Every inclination of their thoughts was only evil all the time. Could you imagine Jack Yoder? And every time you saw Jack, he did something evil. You saw Jack, and Jack would just punch you in the face. If Jack walked by you in the hallway at school, he would step on your toe. If you were sitting next to Jack and eating, he would take your food from you. If everything Jack did was evil, that would be what God is saying humans had become. Humans had become horrible. The Lord regretted. He was sorry that he had made human beings. He was sorry that he created us. That is not good. His heart was deeply troubled. So God said, I'm going to wipe him out. No. See you, humans. See you, Jack. I'm not going to let you hurt people anymore. Lamech and Cain, you're toast. You're out of here. I'm going to wipe you out. That batch of cookies I made, humans, they turned out to be bad. I'm going to dump you in the trash and start all over again. Right? He said, I'm going to wipe out the animals, even though they didn't do anything. I'm going to wipe out the birds, even though they didn't do anything. And I'm going to wipe out the creatures on the ground because they didn't do anything. For I regret that I have made humans. Things aren't going well. And we haven't even left chapter 6 of the Bible. Oh man, this is bad. Humans are horrible. But, here's the hope. But a guy named Noah, it says, found favor. It was like, there wasn't so Jack, let's say Jack was evil. But there was an Eli. And Eli, God was like, oh, Eli, he's the man. Like, he is not only evil all the time. Now, Jack, step on your toe, punch you in the face, steal your food. But Eli, Noah, so Noah found favor. So God said, oh, I'm not going to wipe out all the humans. I'm going to wipe out all of them except for Noah and his family. Okay? So, the earth was corrupt in God's sight, full of violence. God said to Noah right here, I am going to put an end to all the people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I'm going to destroy both them and the earth. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood. Make rooms in it and coat it with pitch inside and out. So God tells Noah to build a big boat in the desert. Because that's what you do. If you're going to, Yep, God's going to flood the earth, right? What does God tell Noah to do? Build an ark. But they had never seen a flood like this before. So God said to Noah, I'm going to bring floods on the earth and destroy all life under it. Everything on the earth will perish or die. All right? In the 6th, now this was back when the people lived a long time. In the 600th year of Noah's life, the 17th day of the second month, we know exactly when this happened, all the springs of the great deep burst forth, the floodgates of the heavens were opened. That means a lot of rain happened. And rain fell on the earth for how many days and nights? 40. 40 days and 40 nights. Could you imagine buckets of water dumping for 40 days straight? No break, no like hour and then some sunshine and then another dump of rain. It's like always, constantly. And then underneath, things were coming up from under the ground too. So not just coming down from the heavens, but coming up. Isn't that crazy? The flood waters flooded the earth for how many days? 150. So who is on the ark? We have Noah. Who else? Raise your hand. Who else is on the ark?
His family and animals.
Hold on. His family. Who's in his family? Well, we know. Molly. His wife. So that's number 2. How many kids does he have?
4.
Oh, he has 3 boys. What are their names? Do you remember? Who knows? I haven't told you yet. What's Noah's sons' names? Annabelle? Not Jesse. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And so it's Noah and his wife, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives. How many is that? 8 humans are on the ark. Where are all the other humans? They're drowned. Yeah, they alive? Nope, they're dead. How many humans are alive? 8. And then, so they had to save some animals, obviously, because otherwise we wouldn't have animals.
2 of every.
Oh, Joseph knows 2 of every animal. Why would we need 2 of every animal? Why not just 1, Elise? So they could have babies. So what kind of 2 would you need?
A boy and a girl.
A boy and a girl.
A Bob. No.
Make sense? Okay, because then when you got off the ark, they could have babies and then make more rabbits and fish and, not fish, reptiles and all that stuff.
Pastor Jeremy, if like God took like one out of the ark, all the animals, all of them would be extinct.
Right, they would be extinct.
There would be no more animals to
Right.
this day.
So Noah, on 150 days after the 40-day flood, is floating on the water. All these stinky, smelly animals in this huge, big boat. They're all getting irritated because they're stuck on this boat, right? Animals, and they had to feed them all the time, and the rhinos just wouldn't sit still. The lions were trying to eat everything, you know. A lot of chaos happening on the boat, right? Maybe, we don't know. His sons were probably frustrated with their wives. Noah's probably frustrated with his wife. 150 days trapped on a boat, that's a long time, right? And you're rocking, you're getting seasick. You're kind of getting a little irritable, right? 150 days, long time. Who remembered him? So it could feel like you're on this water and God totally forgot. He sent this flood. Don't you remember God? We're hanging out on the water. All these animals. What does it say? God remembered Noah and all the wild animals that were with him on the ark. And he sent a wind. And the waters receded. That means
The waters can blow into heaven again.
they went away. They went down, right? This is really long, sorry. So when Noah got off the boat, when they hit the mountain, and they got off the boat, the first thing Noah did was he built an altar to praise and worship God. He took some of the clean animals and birds. So by the way, there was 2 of every animal, and then God told Noah to bring 7 of certain kinds of animals so that he could do some sacrifices. So he took some of those and he sacrificed. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, now this is very important, especially for us, I will never curse the ground because of humans. Even though every inclination of the human heart is evil, like Jack, from childhood, what does God promise? Never. He doesn't say, I might, but probably not for a while. He says, never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done. As long as the earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, we know what cold is, right? Heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease. And God said, I establish my covenant. Does anybody know what the word covenant means? Covenant. It's a churchy word. It means, let me give you an example. About 15 years ago, at the end of this month, I stood before a bunch of people with my wife here, and I said, I covenant with you, Amanda. What does that mean? What did I say? Molly? When I covenanted with Amanda 15 years ago in front of a bunch of people, what did I do? I married her. I made a promise that I'm always going to be with who? Right. So God says, I will establish my promise with you. Never again will all of life be destroyed by a flood. Now, this is really long, but I underlined some words. Which word is underlined? No. Raise your hand. Grady, which word is underlined? Nope, rainbow is not underlined. Macy. Covenant. What does the word covenant mean? Raise your hand. Violet. Luke, what's the word covenant mean? Promise. How many times is the word covenant underlined in that? Count them. How many times is the word covenant underlined? Jack. Sorry, Jack, I heard other people saying stuff. I didn't hear your voice. 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And what word is colored a different color? Leah. Rainbow. And how many times does rainbow appear in that? Caitlin. 3. So what do you think the most important words are in that? Annabelle? Covenant and rainbow. Yeah. So sometimes in the Bible, they repeat things over and over again because they want you to pay attention. That's why I did that. Make you pay attention. So God made a promise. And how do you know his promise is true? What's in the sky? Rainbow. Every time you see a rainbow, you're like, oh yeah, that means God said he's never going to flood the earth again. Every time God sees a rainbow, he said, oh yeah, I promise never to flood the earth again. Right? So what's the sign of my promise that I'm married to Amanda? Do you guys know what that is? Rainbow. What's this? Yeah. My wife gave me a little goldy ringy thingy here, and it's stuck on my finger, and every time I look at it, I go, oh, I'm married. Huh. Forgot. Oh, I'm married. I forgot. Oh, I forgot. Max is like, you don't forget. All right. I can't. It's stuck. That's how it goes. And that is the story of the flood. Right? Did God save humans? Yeah. Was he ticked off? Was he mad at humans? Oh, yeah. Did he punish the humans? Yep. Are the humans bad? You guys are answering all these correctly. It's like you know humans. Are humans bad? Are humans bad today? Yeah. Are you bad? Yeah. Why do you need Jesus? Because we're human. Because we're Joseph laughed at that. Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. You're right. All right, let's pray.